Hello, and welcome back to the English Master Channel. I'm your host, Kim, and I'm thrilled to have you with us today for what promises to be an inspiring episode.
And I'm Pete. Hi, everyone. We are so happy you're joining us for episode 9. We've got a topic that's close to my heart, and I think many of you will feel the same.
Today, we have a very exciting topic. It's something many people dream about.
Absolutely, Kim. We are talking about the ultimate adventure, a trip around the world.
That's right. In this episode, we will talk about how to plan a world trip, how to prepare, and how to navigate different languages and cultures.
So if you have ever dreamed of packing your bags and exploring the globe, this episode is for you.
Let's start at the very beginning, Pete. The dream. Have you ever dreamed of taking a long trip to see the world?
Oh, definitely. Since I was a kid, I have had a big map on my wall and I would imagine visiting all the different countries. I would dream about seeing the pyramids in Egypt, the mountains in Peru, and the busy cities in Japan.
That sounds amazing. And I think for many people, that's where it all begins. It starts with a dream, an idea.
The dream.
Exactly. But the first real step is turning that dream into a decision. You have to decide, yes, I am going to do this. It's a big commitment.
Right. It's not just a vacation. It's a life-changing event. And a big part of that decision involves money.
Ah, yes, the practical side. Money is probably the biggest challenge for most people. You need to figure out how much your trip will cost, and then you need to save that money.
Totally. It's important to make a budget. Think about flights, accommodation, food, and activities. Some countries are very cheap, but others are very expensive. So your budget will depend on where you want to go.
That's a great point. Research is key. And once you have an idea about your budget, you can start thinking about your route. Where in the world do you want to go?
This is the fun part of planning, looking at the map and connecting the dots.
It really is. Some people plan every single day of their trip. They book all their hotels and flights in advance.
That sounds a bit stressful to me. What if you love a place and want to stay longer?
Exactly. That's why other people prefer to be more flexible. They might only book their first flight and first hotel and then decide where to go next when they're already traveling.
I think a balance is good. Have a general idea of your route, maybe Southeast Asia first, then Australia, then South America. But leave some room for spontaneous adventures.
I agree. Okay, so you have the dream, a budget, and a rough route. What's next? This is where we get into the really practical preparations.
This is the part that is less exciting, but super important. I'm talking about paperwork.
You mean passports and visas?
Exactly. First, check your passport. Make sure it is not expired. Many countries require your passport to be valid for at least 6 months after you plan to leave their country.
That's right. And then you need to check the visa requirements for every country you want to visit. Some countries let you enter without a visa, but for others, you need to apply for a visa in advance.
And applying for visas can take a long time, sometimes weeks or even months. So you must do this early. Don't leave it to the last minute.
That's a great tip. Okay, paperwork. Next up on the practical list, health.
Yes, health is wealth, especially when you travel. Before you go, it's a good idea to visit your doctor.
Definitely. You can talk about any vaccinations you might need for different regions. For some countries in Africa or South America, for example, you need special shots to protect you from diseases.
And don't forget travel insurance. It might seem like an extra cost, but it is so important. If you get sick or have an accident, medical care in another country can be very expensive. Insurance protects you.
So important, yes. Okay, documents are ready, health is checked. Now for what I think is a fun part, packing.
Or the most difficult part for some people. My number one rule, my golden rule is pack light. You do not need as much as you think you do.
I agree 100%. Remember, you will have to carry that bag everywhere, upstairs, onto buses, through crowded streets. A heavy bag will make you tired and unhappy.
So, what are the absolute essentials, Kim? What must you pack?
Well, a good, comfortable pair of walking shoes is number one for me. You will walk a lot. Also, a universal power adapter to charge your phone and other electronics, and a small first aid kit with basics like plasters and pain medicine.
Good list. And for clothes, it's smart to pack layers. A t-shirt, a sweater, and a waterproof jacket can work for many different climates, from warm days to cool, rainy evenings.
Great advice. We've covered a lot of the planning, but before we get to the fun of cultural immersion, there are a couple more practical topics we should touch on. First, let's talk about staying safe on your trip.
Yeah, this is the real reason we travel, right? To see how other people live and to learn from them.
Definitely, but it can be challenging sometimes. Let's start with language.
Many people who are learning English think they can use English everywhere they go. And it is true that English is very useful.
But it's not spoken by everyone everywhere. In many places, especially in smaller towns or villages, people only speak their local language.
Right, so what can you do?
My best advice is to learn a few basic phrases in the local language of the country you are visiting. It's easy to do with apps on your phone.
Yes, simple words like hello, goodbye, please, and thank you. Also, how much is this is very useful when shopping.
Exactly. You don't need to be fluent, but just trying to speak a little bit shows that you respect their culture, and people will be much friendlier and more willing to help you.
People really appreciate the effort, it's true. And if you really can't communicate with words, don't forget about body language.
That's a good one. You can use your hands to point or use a calculator on your phone to show numbers. And of course, a smile is understood in every language.
A smile is universal, yes. And that brings us to our final big topic, understanding and respecting different cultures.
This is a really important one. What is normal in your country might be strange or even rude in another country. It's so important to be respectful.
So, how can you prepare? A little research goes a long way. Before you go to a new country, read a little about their local customs.
Yes. For example, how do people greet each other? Is it a handshake, a bow? Also, think about what you wear. In many countries, it is important to cover your shoulders and knees when you visit a temple, a mosque, or a church.
That's a great point. Being a respectful tourist makes the experience better for you and for the local people. It's all about being open-minded and willing to learn.
So, that was a lot of information. A world trip is a big adventure.
It is. Let's do a very quick summary. First, turn your dream into a decision. Make a plan for your budget and your route.
Second, prepare all the practical things. Check your passport and visas, see a doctor, and pack light.
And third, when you are traveling, be open and respectful. Try to learn a few words in the local language and be aware of cultural customs.
It might sound like a lot of work, but it is one of the most rewarding experiences a person can have.
It truly is. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for listening to the English Master Channel.
We hope this episode inspires you to plan your own big adventure, no matter how big or small. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye for now.